Okay, so there is a crazy rumor circulating crypto Twitter right now, which was the cause of this morning's flash crash down to around $105,000. And I wanted to tell you what happened and why it's important. So we had a rumor earlier today that Wintermute is suing Binance as a result of them losing hundreds of millions of dollars in the crash on October 9th or October 10th. I can't remember the exact date. Now, the rumor gets even deeper than that because not only allegedly has Wintermute lost hundreds of millions of dollars, but other major players here in the space have also lost tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, and they are also possibly suing Binance. And so with this news, the crypto market freaked out after this dropped. And again, it's only rumors. It's not news. It's rumors. I need to correct myself. But nonetheless, the market just immediately dropped. We went from like 108 to 105 very fast before recovering up just a little bit. Now, many of you may wonder, well, why in the world would a lawsuit be even remotely important for crypto, and why would people sell because of it? And it's not so much because of the lawsuit, but it's more of what it could be implied as a result of the lawsuit. Because what you have to understand is that things in crypto are not very binary. There's a spectrum, and on this spectrum, a lot of crazy shit happens. And let me give you a hypothetical scenario. Let's say, for example, a massive service provider went insolvent as a result of the liquidation event that happened a couple weeks ago, and they are not able to pay out their holders, or they're not able to pay out people who, or whatever, just a random thing, like people who have money on their service or their exchange, they're not able to pay those people out. Well, what's going to happen in that situation is panic. And what happens in panic is it's going to be like, oh, well, if they can't pay it out, who else can't pay people out? Next thing you know, we're seeing all of these institutions having money withdrawn out of them. You're having exchanges having money withdrawn out of them. And all of the customers are causing panic across retail and causing people to dump and get out of crypto, and all hell breaks loose. And so because of this, it's not so much like Wintermute suing Binance. No one really cares. Like, if I'm being honest, fuck both of them. Fuck Wintermute and fuck Binance. Couldn't care less. But what people really care about is the domino effect. Like, what does this imply for the market? What could happen if this is true? What other players could possibly be insolvent? What other players could have lost hundreds of millions of dollars? And also, what's going to happen to the people who are almost insolvent? Because let's say, for example, there's companies who have, collateral backed loans or whatever it may be. If these other market makers recognize that these people are at risk, guess what? The market makers are pushing prices down to target those people because sharks smell blood and sharks attack. That's just what they do. That's what they would do. And so there could also be a lot of market manipulation that occurs with the intention of forcing all of these major institutions or players or whoever it may be out of their own positions to put them in a terrible financial spot, which could be good for their competitors. So there's like a lot of dominoes that could start falling here if this whole situation is true, and Wintermute lost a lot of money and other players lost a lot of money and some people are insolvent, and that's what all these rumors are circulating are. And so that's why it's so important that you need to be watching this, because truth be told, this is going to have a big impact on crypto in one way or another if it is true. Now, I can see two scenarios here. The one scenario is the bad scenario, kind of like not an FTX situation, but whenever companies start going insolvent and people can't get paid out and people are losing money and service providers can't pay, that's never really good. People start losing liquidity, and we're already in a fragile enough crypto market right now that if that starts to happen and people lose the little money that they have right now, it might really just trigger some sort of actual bear market here in crypto. I could see that happening. Now, it's not the same thing as FTX. I see that comparison. It's not particularly the same things because of the way in which FTX had their collateral-backed loans. They just took everybody around them down with them. So I don't really think that's the same thing. But I can also see this in a positive light. I mean, what's been the thing that's like killing this market recently? What's been the very thing that's been making people struggle? It's been manipulation. It's been Binance. It's been Wintermute. It's been a lot of these massive exchanges and stuff that have been clearly doing weird things, allegedly, behind the scenes to manipulate prices. And so if this is the case and we see some big explosion of all this bullshit, maybe it cleanses the market a little bit and gets all of this nonsense out the market and allows it to move naturally. I don't know if that's all too likely, but it is definitely possible. So I'm not here trying to tell you the market's going to go up or the market's going to go down or that this is even all true, but it's a rumor, and rumors build a lot of crazy shit in times like this. And so you need to be watching this rumor specifically very, very closely. So I'll keep you all updated as that does play out, but make sure that I fucking hate having to tell you this, but go over to Twitter, keep a close eye on how this is all playing out. And you guys know I'll be here every step of the way, keeping you updated with me and my puppies. There's one. There's number two. We'll be here updating you every step of the way. See you later.